Hi, journaling has been a big part of helping me to navigate challenges in my life, as well as create my life in a way that works well for my own personal wellness journey. So today I'd like to share 5 suggestions with you that whether you're new to journaling or whether you've been journaling a long time, I think could be really helpful for you to incorporate as a part of your journaling practice. Now, each of these 5 suggestions are completely different, but stick with me here to hear each one of them, because if you incorporate all 5 of them into your journaling practice, I feel very confident that each one of them is going to be helpful to you in a way that's going to make your life flow more easily, if you will. So the very first suggestion I have is to use your journal as a place to create your ideal life. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, anytime you want to get from point A to point B, no matter what you're doing, you have to have a really good understanding of your starting point. So by using your journal to jot down little tiny nuances of your day, what worked really well for you, what was a little bit frustrating or what didn't flow well, the little tiny things that bring you joy. By then looking back through your journal and reflecting on a regular basis, you're going to start seeing patterns. And then you're going to be able to slightly change and make small changes to your routines that's going to make life flow a little more easily. One of the favorite prompts in my journal that people tell me about all the time and that I have found most helpful to me too are the 3 prompts that I like to fill out at the end of the day. The first one is my best win, the second is what gave me joy, and then the third one, well actually the second one is beauty that I noticed, and then the third one is what gave me joy. And by looking at these on a daily basis, I have began to get a lot more clarity, particularly on the things that I really want to make sure and incorporate more of in my life. And I've heard many people say the same. So whether you're using the J&B Living Journal that I created, or whether you're using your own journal, I highly recommend reflecting back at the end of the day for the tiny things that work well for you, as well as looking at what's not working well. So you can reflect and say, okay, what didn't go so great today, and how can I make a little tiny shift and do this a little differently in my routine tomorrow so that things will flow a little bit more easily. So my second suggestion for you is to let your journal be a place to house your plan for your goals and your dreams. Most of us don't have a tremendous amount of time every day to devote to our own personal goals and doing things to reach for our dreams. So by having your plan in your journal, if you at least look once a week and can pick out just one thing that you can do towards reaching your personal goals and your dreams, then you are going to make progress towards making these happen. It's just these tiny steps every day, not putting them off, just doing little bit by little bit is going to get you to success eventually. The third suggestion is to let your journal be your guide for positivity in your life. So there's a few ways you can do this. One very common one is to use it to write down things that you're grateful for. This is really powerful. I don't know if you've kept a gratitude journal before or not, but I highly recommend it. Another thing that you can do for creating positivity in your life through your journal is to write your daily affirmations in your journal. Help to reinforce them in your brain by writing them down in your journal on a daily basis, because by doing this over and over and over again, you're going to rewire your brain towards this positive belief that you're creating through your affirmations. And then another idea for you is you can write down positive things that you believe about yourself, or write down nice things about yourself in your journal to reinforce, being positive in the way that you view yourself. A lot of times we're awfully hard on the way that we think about ourselves, so writing down positive thoughts about ourselves can be really helpful too from a wellness and mental wellness perspective. The fifth and the final suggestion that I have for you is to use your journal as a place to manage your belief system. So the beliefs that we hold and the perspectives that we hold in our life, it's like our view and the lens that we filter our own view of our life. And it can be really powerful to actively manage your belief system. So take a moment and think about it. Like, where did your beliefs come from? Did you have them when you were born? Most of us would say that we picked them up somewhere in our life, whether it is from early childhood and we learned them from parents, perhaps teachers, maybe friends, and experiences. And oftentimes we actively choose to have beliefs too. So when we choose to have positive affirmations, we are choosing to have a positive belief. So when there are challenges that happen in our life again and again and again, there's a really good likelihood that we are holding some limiting beliefs that are hindering us in being able to manage this type of situation in our life. So if you want to uncover those limiting beliefs, your journal is a great place for doing this. What you do is just simply write down everything you think. Hi, Wrangler. You write down everything you think about this challenging situation in your life without even thinking about it. Just like write down all your beliefs about it. And then take a look at each belief that you've written down and decide, is this a helpful belief to me in managing this situation in my life? Or is it one that's negative and probably holding you back? And then for each negative belief, what you're going to want to do is see if you can flip the script on that and change it into a positive belief instead, maybe in the form of a positive affirmation. By actively managing your belief system in this way, you may find that some of the things that kept being challenging again and again to you in your life actually just disappear and you don't have a problem with them anymore. So I hope you have found these suggestions helpful today. If you do, be sure and give me a follow for the channel. And if you'd like to follow me in other places, you can find that in the descriptions, or send me an email, a DM on Instagram. I'd love to connect with you. If you have found this helpful and you think a friend might as well, be sure and share it with them too. And until next time, happy journaling. Let me know if there's anything in particular you would like me to cover in future videos that you think you might find helpful too. Have a great week.